All the junk. They will start very quick indeed. But the flash... Oh, how did they not get a kill from that Imperial? So much opportunity. Fallen's only got 16 bullets left. Here comes the burst of CTs now. These Ts are in the red and boltz will deliver 3 very quickly indeed. But they have to go even faster for the rest of them. That's his 4th of the round. boltz looking for the ace now with Story behind the sandbags. Unable to stop, just takes one in the face immediately. And with that headshot, Fallen must come off the bomb. Which means despite boltz' best efforts, SAW will take the pistol.
Oh, that's a nice nade. And a molly onto Vinny, but cello's here to help. 1-for-1 trade early.
Playing anti-force by around smokes is not the most ideal situation. I like this, disengaging, waiting for those smokes to fall away, not wanting to end up fighting a bunch of CT sitting in those smokes.
Will waltz their way onto A. This time no kit for the retake, but the shot from Fallen makes this much more doable.
And this is wasting some time. Multiple digs through the wall, but they're lining up nicely for Story. They could play for the beeps now. Deals with the last one as well. Not the easiest round to win, but they keep the clean sheet here, SAW. Sees a few players moving around. They've lost some angles, though. Lost even more with that. Oh, Fallen trying to get that bonus money. Respect the attempt. Man after my own heart. But nothing doing just yet for Imperial. So, only 3 of their players have got kills so far. Not really a big deal.
So hopefully Imperial are ready for this.
That's a lot of information for boltz immediately. Puts down the molly to the side. That's given Vinny some space with the smoke, actually. Trying to... Oh, he's distracted by the spray.
It's wishful thinking from you, James, isn't it?
I
you
just
wish
love
it was
Overpass.
Overpass.
Yeah.
You just love it. Getting ahead of yourself. Oh, man. cello even gets caught in the back. Look at SAW hunting aggressively. Showing us some confidence here. They're not scared of Fallen. Maybe they should be, though, because he's getting a couple of exit kills. Ooh, lovely turnaround. Fallen showing off some spray on the rifle. You don't call this a gamble. You call it a calculated risk. I like that way of putting it. Unfortunately for boltz, that is not the angle he needed with the MP9. Now Vinny's in this committed position. Just ducks away from the molly in time. Flashed in, looking for players, but they haven't been slowed enough here. SAW already moving up into the site itself. Vinny finds one, almost turns around for another. These smokes are making life awkward for the CTs now. They're still doing damage.
He should be able to drop an AWP, I think. Indeed, he will be, especially with that rifle being collected.
Doesn't have much assistance here. They have rotated more away from A, but this time cello caught out. Even that position from Yotta is so scary. It's so committed.
Yeah, like how do you fight back with that AWP? It's so awkward. Like you need 2 kills there. So pokey proddy though from SAW, waiting for these smokes to go up. But they've got the numbers to deal with it. Where does Mutyrus looks to plant the bomb? Doesn't really have proper cover. Yes, he does actually.
No one there for SAW right now, though. Ramp. Oh, man. Yotta lines up that spray through the smoke. And now this fight is looking better for Imperial.
They need to be in charge there. Oh, cello has his gun out as Fallen deploys the support grenade. Imperial need to survive this round with the numbers up as well. They'll lose their first play. That HE will force cello to swing. Big headshot from him. You know exactly where he is. Vinny's here as well. 4 players surviving, 8k to be collected. Fallen again favouring mid with the AWP. Battle sniper mode. His rifle support taken away. But land the first one though. boltz is straight back to drop Ujax. Things are looking good again. Now the question is, how do you deal with adversity, SAW? He found an entry elsewhere. Jota avoiding the flashes, making things even worse. But Vinny has been dropped towards B and Just has found some opportunity.
Maybe Just will have to make a move through the B side to help him, or maybe not, because Story lands the shot. It's Glock out and the opener he needed. Still got to be aware of Fallen in towards CT and a flank from boltz. These are pretty good positions from Imperial.
That HE was the perfect distraction. He sees half the info. Fallen, there's the rest of it. This is the jump boltz, but he is position unknown, waiting for Story to reposition, and he is indeed on the way. Oh, he hasn't seen his head though. But the timing will work out for boltz. The patience pays off.
boldz is playing pretty far back on the CT side. This is dicey here right now for Imperial. B site is vulnerable, and Vinny's gone down. It's actually coming back to A from SAW now, though, so they're just trying to play across the map. Similar position from cello. He's going to get first contact, but Story swings onto him. Yotta's in behind, though. Oh, did he make noise? I don't know. They haven't heard him, but they've got so much control to the site. Only one kill for Yotta. It might not be enough.
He's got to find a second, otherwise this one's not doable. Peaks 2 at the same time and heading towards an 8th round. Really stonking scoreline so far for them. They could take some weapons away here. Indeed, they will. Vinny will be dropped. He's having a horrible time on the B-bomb site.
Here is cello again towards ramp. They swing before the smoke, but Roman...
Very awkward for Fallen. He has some support here, though, but for how long? Jota goes down. 3 on 4. Really going battle sniper mode as Fallen often does. Needs some individual creativity to turn this one around. The sound cues will tell him at least one of these final players is still here. Story trying to go lightning fast now, but Fallen's ready for it. But he's trying to avoid Fallen. That's one way to do it. Dropping off the ramp to try and reset the situation. He's got 2 more to go. Needs to avoid the trade fragger if he can. Spots Vinny, but gets swatted by him for a 3rd round for Imperial. Volts gets his bell rung. And cello's been lost elsewhere. Fallen trying to bring things back now. That's one way to do it. The grenade, so 1 HP, dodging the bullets and still moving forward. Fallen starting to move away before the smoke dissipates. Otherwise, I think he's only good for 1 there. Re-smoking, but Ujux has in this half so far. He had 1 last time we mentioned him. It's Yotta trying to do what he can. Molly's towards the ramp. This could buy some time at the very least. Story, those up there with 14 HP, but Roman has a chance to catch up now as he moves towards the site. Ujux here as well. Dropping the bomb, though. Roman can't trade.
It's going to be hard to overcome here. 2 rifles on this angle. The run boost is a nice attempt to throw the aim off. It might work okay here. Roman able to find 2 kills.
This is a winnable round. They need an entry and then trade fragging. But boltz is ready. It makes things really hard indeed. Down goes Roman as well.
Wonder if we see them go back towards that B-bomb site. Wow, boltz not expecting them there so soon. Ujux wins that opener. And Imperial just losing players everywhere. They're down 2 men so early in the round.
Dancing with Roman, who's trying to dodge the USP with 40 HP. He's somehow managed to escape. That should never be happening. And Roman's died instead. It's a USP versus an AK. You've got to make the confident play there, surely.
Oh, the nade. Oh, another one. Vinny might be the man on the flank to be the difference maker, but cello's actually found one towards the site, and they're not ready for Vinny. This is free all day long. Easy spray in the back. Nuteris has it all to do. The flash makes it awkward, but they don't know he's on the site. He's got the first. cello now just hiding, waiting for his teammate to arrive, and Vinny will be the man to finish the job.
Maybe they've burned their utility relatively early. SAW making good inroads towards A ramp as well. Or are they? Fallen says hello. We are to get him off this angle, and maybe very expensive as well. That's one way to do it, though. Some pre-fire also, and he realizes that he needs to stay alive. Maybe press a different direction. They don't know where he is just yet, and now they do, and it's been very expensive anyway.
Nuteris has made it to sandbags, but how does SAW make their move onto the bomb site? They don't have the nades, they don't have the players anymore. Nuteris, the last man left. They get the bomb down, but looking for the initial duel. It won't go his way. boltz secures 7 rounds at the half for Imperial. A solid comeback for them.
Tyrus is here as well.
This pistol yesterday.
This looks like a hard read from them maybe for this situation, and they've walked straight into a trap. A fly in the spider's web. Absolutely wrecked Imperial.
But they will be running him down eventually here. Just feeling it with those dualies.
By the old ladder sound, yes. And the AJ. The sheer brutality of that was quite something. I'm amazed I have good hearing, listening to some of the sounds in some of the older sounds in the game. It was unbelievable. Well, SAW looking for some damage limitation now. That'll certainly help. The bomb dropped on the other side of the smoke, and Justice going nuclear with the Julies.
Ramp is also being contested early. see cello, someone who plays so aggressive for this squad. He's in the molly right now, has to swing. This is so awkward for him. The utility.
Promising start then. So close for Vinny, but he continues to have a rough time around that B bomb site on the T side as well as the CT side. boltz will eventually get there, but at what cost? 8 HP for him. 1 minute on the clock, a lot of time. Whose smoke is that up there?
Come on, own up. Oh, I assume it's gone from bad to worse. I assume it's an Imperial smoke.
For this round, you can see Story just listening for the sound cues, and you'll alert there are many players coming towards that ramp, and grenades will be lined up by both squads. There's one towards the ramp, not too much damage done though. See Roman in 2 minds as to what grenades are thrown. Story's ready to control the side. Well, no harm done if they can avoid the Molotovs.
Over at B, we've had this similar sort of duel before, but this time the sides have changed. Just is the man in the corner, and that spot's not been too effective so far today. Too isolated from his teammate, no one there to help him.
Smoke starts to sail in. There's a default Molotov as well. Guitar is still hiding. He can play up for Story. There's the molly for him as well. He'll smoke himself off. 20 seconds now as he tries to hide in plain sight. They have to deal with him. But he is hiding. Trades will continue. 1v2 now with 10 seconds. Trying to make some space for himself, not realizing he walks into 2 CTs and SAW make it to 13. But now he can show some presence. He's taking the correct angles. Goes beyond Mutyrus, but U-Jerks is ready. That's the bomb. A hard swing, but they keep the trades in their favor, Imperial, in this 3-on-3. CT's creeping around as well. This is going to be a crucial moment now as he spots Vinny to the right-hand side.
He's going to have to concede the site control. He might now look for info, but Yotta...
Yeah, it's going to be confusing for SAW, especially with the angles they're coming from. Like, why would they do that? They've got a smoke up as well. They can just go for it, surely. Oh, and they can get the frag as well. SAW continue their winning ways on the CT side. More util around the ramp. They're going to go for a retake, maybe? It looks like Roman threatening, but he's losing some crucial angles now. U-Jerks is here as well, but they won't lose the jewels. So indeed, we did see that utility dump from SAW. It proved very, very good indeed, but Story has been dropped at close range by Fallen then.
Oh, there is a molly now. They found one, and Roman will go down because of it. He's hoping for a lineup through the smoke here, or maybe to peer above it. Bomb dropped. Someone's got to go get that here. And those smokes start to fade somewhat shortly. Still no bomb plant, and Mutyrus might go through. Oh, they go through together. Beautifully done by SAW. There's a bit of damage done early, both ways. cello and Roman, the players tagged. He's now hard clearing the corner, but
then there were 3.
Ouch.
Look at that peak. That's a horrible sandwich for Fallen. Yotta leaving Vinny then in the 1 versus 5 with no bomb. Story will surely put him out of his misery soon. 16-7 then. SAW with a giant bag of rounds in the second half. The bomb's here as well. This could go really wrong, but Yota's got his angles. Bomb is dropped, but look at that flying Yota get another one. Moving in for the split now. Just doesn't see anything just yet, but now he certainly will. Nothing doing with the dualies. U-Jerks down to 4 HP, now 0. Now is the time really to be making some success. boltz down to 22 HP. Still no frags here for Imperial. Just the Story start to drop now. Things are looking way, way better for them. Look how many plays are in the red though. Can't imagine Roman continues to push down. Won't need to because cello puts him out of his misery.
And cello, oh boy, he's flashed in. Are the nades coming? Ooh, maybe not in time. Yeah, it's not going to work out this time. They get into the site too quickly. 1 kill for Roman is all they're going to find.
But they've made it there okay. Love this boost as well. Bomb spotted in connector. 1 dropped.
5v4 looks good, but Just has taken some damage there. The smoke timing nice, but the flash could be better. But Mutyrus strikes into the back. No kit either on the back of SAW right now. That's a nice shot from boldz. This is still very doable from Imperial, but Fallen's been trapped on the bomb site. Dink down low. Story, pistol out. The USP won't get it done. It's Fallen coming through with the clutch, and he'll steal that AWP for good measure. And they may actually go through the smoke. See, boldz there has been spotted. Actually able to get one kill, and a second. The bomb plant denied. Finally, cello fights back. But we could have a bit of excitement in this round. Muteris has another frag found. Yotta's still nowhere near the action, but he'll cut off the rotate, and boldz has to survive here. He gets away safely.
With an unlikely opportunity at an extra round here, if you will. Got to play their card very carefully indeed, but the trades... Oh, the bomb carrier Vinny at the back. Roman thwarting the timing, disappearing just as they come in from the other side of Monster. A sandwich, and the world collapses around Imperial in a black hole. Still going to be hard for them to rescue this bomb, but for 25 seconds, that molly is going to buy crucial time, sending it straight into B. You can see the balcony smoke being lined up. Counter grenades here from SAW, trying to cut that site in half, but Ujux has to be so careful. cello swinging, great headshot, good trade. Important trade from Vinny. Justice here, but look how Vinny is swinging round the back of the site as well. Somehow still alive. Fallen to finish off that job. 2v3 remains as Roman's on the flank once again. Story firing off some shots, showing some presence. Fallen starts to look, but takes too many bullets immediately. Now Imperial have the information, I believe, as to roughly where these two players are. Roman's in the clutch now. boldz coming in from the back, being checked for by Roman, but for a brief moment. Doesn't see him though. But Vinny will see Roman first, and Imperial...
And some monster aggression might be the solution to that. They decide to take a risk, and it pays off for them.
And that is a promising start. The Shadow reveals the position. The support may come just in time, surely. Ujux able to trade. Many question marks on the remaining three players. We can see Mutaris in that short spot. Fallen moving forward alone with the bomb, and that will compound the problems here.
Use that to his advantage. Not making noise. They do not have a clue. First player down, and the second.
Both teams dancing. Imperial just looking for a way in. Roman's still alive. They can hear the sound cues now. They've got plenty of crossfires as well. And there's the bomb, which will allow for some more confidence. And then Fallen finds himself as the last man standing. No frags so far. Patient P250 shots, and Roman will fall eventually. But he did his job. He delayed.
And now Imperial with basically nothing to work with. Should be a very easy round for SAW. All right, nice position. Nice adjustment. Fallen has snuck up close. Oh, if I had something better than a Glock, it might work okay. But he's going to get dealt with. And this round is going exactly as you would expect it to. Then he's going to get one with the Dig.
Get his skates on. Try and do any damage he can. Many targets, and... Oh god, that's the bomb carrier as well. He can line up behind him and try and get two. Oh, and he'll try to face him, but he still gets two from it. They're looking away from the flashback. They're like, hold on a second, who's that?
Would work okay. It's a very passive CT setup. I think a bomb plant is doable right here. You can see boldz clearing it out. Bomb plant will be committed to, but just has got that frag. cello taking damage. He's dropped down. They've dropped on his head with the knife.
Putting it way too politely. We can see them start to move in towards the deep upside. They'll lose Vinny towards short, but...
How do they take these angles? It's awkward to play both sides. Ujux able to get one. Tourist trying to trade off the back of it, but now they're going to run him down from all possible sides.
Oh, well, the opportunity is still here. Whew. And just like that, it goes. That was a crucial...
I think the issue for SAW could be that T side of Overpass. When it's not your pick, when you don't play it much, it can be very hard. 1-for-1 trade early in this one. Muteris is sticking around. They saw him earlier, but they're not ready for that angle. They didn't think he'd hang around for so long, and oh, Roman gets the kill straight through the smoke.
Doing the same again. If the bomb falls down here also. Tyra says hello, and that's that. What can he really do at this point?
This is crazy that they've stuck with it for so long. Finally going off the boost. Story established with that AWP on Monster. And now someone else has to have a go with the AWP. Oh, that's a great flash, though. That's what they needed. That's an AK that can be recovered.
Won't catch Fallen this time, but SAW is so expected. I do wonder if he's conceded his position with the barrel. No, that's a big AWP shot. They know where all these players are. Vinny, 1 versus 4 now. They've got, with the action, the antics we've seen from him recently. And again, another push around that monster position. Bolts will be traded as well. Now, what do you do if you're Fallen? You're around the corner in T-spawn with the bomb alone. But he's still pushing forward to try and do something. Just finds himself in short B. Story knows that Vinny is here as well in the reds. This is absolute chaos.
Fallen's wrapped so far to the left. I don't think Muterus is ready. Oh, he's going to swing onto short, but surely traded by Fallen. And now Roman has it all to do. Smoke obscures his vision. So could be spotted, but oh, Roman drops down. Headshot confirmed. Yotta with the big reposition secures the half in favor of Imperial, but it is as close as it can be. This will be a big round to start them off and really put the pressure on Imperial. Yotta taking damage, pistol out, but Ujux turns it round on towards him, and that A site is wide open for the taking.
Things become awkward then. cello's position will be very, very important, but boltz has been lost as he gets closer to the site, delivers the kill, as Fallen gets one as well. They have a smoke to try and take some of these angles away at the very least. That was one he had to find. cello finally being taken down. Fallen creeping around the smoke. They don't have a kit to go with that smoke grenade. They've got to find that kill, and they will.
Give it a 9.
There's a lot of use for him with Vinny. Banking on that kill coming through from Jota. But the push comes in from short, and no one's really ready to deal with it. Or are they? Vinny has put himself into a great position with 3 kills after all. Here's one in the water. Is it a distraction though? Where are the remaining 2? That's the question for Story. There's more in the water, and you won't hear anything else for this round. At this point, they've got one incendiary. It's a big flash, but Mutaris doesn't fire. Importantly, things are awkward now, especially with the door blown off. Connector needs to be cleared. We've got 2 CTs here, and they're getting all the frags. Sora being shut down. You start to wonder if their best opportunities are behind them now, in this half maybe.
It's Fallen who will be first contact. If he wins the first fight, it should be all over. Roman has to deliver, but that's a nice off angle from Fallen. Out in the open, really hard to pre-aim that position. Just has 12 health, and he doesn't have the eyes on cello. 11-7 for Imperial.
That connector position for Imperial, again, it just makes the existence towards short B so much more difficult. Vinny gets himself 3 on the NiKo, and Jota cleans up the rest of them.
Had a good spawn in this round, though. So it looks like Vinny will take his chance to go into connector. Actually, he's going to be boosting cello early, and that is a nice switch up. SAW not expecting it. Oh, Ujux. Oh, he gets wallbanged. That's wild from Vinny. I didn't even know you could wallbang like that, but he gets him through. He needs to win this fight. He simply has to. And Vinny is standing strong. What a CT side he's been having. It's just multi-kills after multi-kills for Vinny. Yeah, not Vinny again. Oh, not a knife. Not a knife, Vinny. You sly dog. They had to get the knife back, and they do it.
Wow, that's a lot of kills. That's like, is that 7 kills in 2 rounds? Something like that?
Yeah. Oh,
what is Jota up to there? That is most unfortunate. But maybe exactly what SAW needed. That won't be. Vinny proving very difficult to deal with on this bomb site, just racking up the kills. Round after round, inviting them to the party as well. Just like that, we're down to Roman. He sees the barrel of Fallen's gun, but surely we don't get another knife kill. No, boltz not messing about. They've got the tools to do the job, but can they?
Ooh, look at this aggression. Multiple players into mid. Fallen goes off the angle, and I assume cello was probably assuming it was clear. Yotta's close by here. No one's looking at long right now. Just heard some steps, but I think they are now looking back into his position. Elsewhere, boltz is pretty isolated in connector. Not be an easy position to get out of, but he turns it into a double kill. Now that long player is starting to activate.
And it might pay off for him because there's no way Story looks behind him, making loads of... I think he is, but just as the smoke goes, he's conceded a position now. And I was going to say things get awkward, but it's the bomb that's by the pillar. So many more targets in 10 seconds. MIBR does not want to die after time, and he won't.
Oh, he has no idea. He's screwed. Bye-bye.
Unbeknownst to them, SAW will be expecting them to go for this because they know that they're not running away. So they're trying to play the late game and emerge here, but still aren't going anywhere just yet, but they're still not winning the duels either! And now the urgency rises as Just is the only man. They haven't won a single duel on this retake sword. Just being distracted now as the round is robbed by Imperial. What a way to stamp your authority on Overpass. Their way over to the ramp now, Imperial. But will they be headed towards B or will they be headed towards heaven, perhaps? We can see Story on the outside, and now things are getting awkward for Fallen carrying the bomb. Look at Just fire off those shots. 2v3. Make it 3v1 then, because Vinny will be alone. He did so much work on that B bomb site on Overpass. Being exposed in the ramp, that's going to be so difficult. You can see Story jiggling, MIBR headshotting. 70%, 10 maps played. SAW. 86%, 7 maps played. 86% is a very big number. It really is. So, sounds like SAW will be up against it. I won't scan through the...
It's just a slow round from Imperial, and they've got to be careful here.
Oh, that's not an easy frag to get for Vinny. They're heading towards 35 seconds on the clock. Yes, they've got a 5 versus 4, but this could easily go wrong with the time they have afforded to them. And Just is waiting. He's got 19 HP, but he has the correct angle, or does he? Talk about saving the day.
Ooh.
Maybe there's still a day to be saved because MIBR has found 2 immediately.
Now Fallen sat back towards double doors. What a shot from Fallen. That puts them into a good position. His teammate also fighting.
He's headed a bit further down, of course. Just has got an awkward situation on the way now with Vinny just waiting for him. Off the side of the hut he goes, and they just don't have the equipment to deal with Vinny. These ranges are not favourable versus Vinny with an AK-47.
Oh man, Vinny. Jux has got into an awkward position on the site. He could line up a couple, but he needs to do so much more. Even the 2K, not really enough. Story run down at the end, despite landing the shot. It wasn't a critical blow. Oh, the molly's nice, though. That's good. Don't run into a stack of loads of USPs sitting around that corner. Still very difficult for the CTs to get a massive amount done here. They're actually going to move forward. That won't work out for them. I think that means UJack should be cleared out eventually. Indeed, he will be. Imperial about to take the lead. Okay, Fallen. There's also no real support for him on guard. Oh, he goes up. Good time for the first dink onto both players. But look at the response from Imperial. No good on the nades this time. But Vinny out through door again. Down to 7 health, but he's got the pick and the drop down to lower. Oh, that's...
They know still have to take risks if they want to make something from this one, but they've... Well, there was a moment of time where Roman and the bomb were very close to each other. Now Roman is gone. Guess someone called him a jerk.
Yeah. Maybe he likes jerk chicken. Who knows?
Well, Imperial are getting into very dangerous positions, but oh god, Vinny's found both of them. That pulls MIBR away from Secret as well. Imperial, they're so bunched together. Look at the trade fragging opportunities they have.
Maybe time is the only way. 25 seconds. Muteris will have to go massive. They're spread apart, but Yotta wins the fight anyway. Just now repositioning because he's got Rotate arriving at the right time. There's a player in hell to help. Story goes down though, so UJax has to just get away with one frag.
A lot of sound cues for UJax. He will need to deliver here. Avoiding the flash, but not getting the frag. Roman's on the low ground as well. MIBR isn't too far behind, but he doesn't have the angle as Jota comes back to see what's up and almost threatens to go back again, but just made quite a few steps there. That didn't quite work out for him. Jota's going back again.
Yeah, not really. Hasn't felt like it. And for Imperial, that's a nice round. You get into the 4v4 and you just put the stress onto that player who goes down to B. As soon as he loses that fight, he knows he's put his team in a problematic position. Roman's going to steal an AK for now and hit a headshot. I have no information right now.
If in doubt, send in Vinny. Now, SAW will be praying that Imperial will take a fair amount of time. Of course, risk can be taken in. Vinny is just waiting like a sub-boss.
Imperial feeling pretty comfy here. Again, the aggression into Vinny. Again, Vinny denies them.
That X-ray is terrifying. The Roman will finally deal with him, and that's just...
Story is holding heaven. That's where the bomb is positioned right now. The head spotted. That is not an easy shot to hit, and Story has to tuck back. But it's Roman who could be in trouble. Down to 6 health. Story here alongside him. Shot landed. Bomb will finally go down, and Cello up on the site. Hits the first. Reposition unexpected. Cello once more. He's out of ammo. It has to be the Glock. No scope landed. Both ways here, but Story will start to close the gap. Time against him. Orp still in hand here. He's going for it, but Bolts hits the spray down, and Imperial
will have some shortcomings in the buy from SAW. The MP9, the FAMAS, the AWP will be here though. MIBR taking the fight to the squad. Looking for Vinny, finding Jota, and Bolts will pick up the slack. 2 versus 4 for SAW. Look at the timing for Fallen, unbelievable. Fast moving. And it's not even that chaotic, it feels it because of how fast things are, but the result is always the same. Story moving forward with the P250. Jota has an angle. There are mollies if they can find an angle. I don't know if they can really. I heard a smoke get dropped as well. And then there was Roman.
That allows Imperial to start to cross towards Garage if they want to. Can't really get down secret with those smokes. And oh wow, Story has just...
Bolt's looking to creep in. Not a favourable duel for him though. Now surely they try and go for kills here, Imperial. Vinny's got 15k, he needs to just frag as many of the 4 players as they can.
Oh, still not getting that info. Oh, he'll get a kill instead. Doesn't need the info. The smoke's denied. Peter is able to give his team the early edge.
Story makes his way over. They have 1 smoke, which could be for a desperation plant at this point, Imperial. And I think maybe the pace is slowed down a bit too much for them here, where they will be sitting ducks, gifting another round to SAW. So it will be 4 on the 5 Imperial plays because the Julies are out not once but twice.
Double stack into ramp. Oh, Cello tried to transfer. So SAW might have the best chance to win this pistol that they needed. 5 on 2 thanks to that kill. Bolt's able to get 1 back, but...
Just being careful. Looked like he wanted to hunt there, but Vinny was the problem in the first half. He'll be stopped in the first round and the second at the very least.
Currently the only player down on this B site, and not able to land the initial shot. That means Ujax will put him to bed. Cello trying to respond from ramp, but he's not here quickly enough. B site has fallen a little too fast for Imperial, and Fallen getting barbecued means that Imperial, he just shot a hole in the door.
Oh, that's awkward. Oh, that aim punch. Not very nice at all. Are they being sold a fake on A while the bomb heads elsewhere? You can see Bolts is super focused. Will they be wrapping into main? No, they're headed downstairs, but there are 2 players there waiting for Imperial. They spotted the bomb as well. MIBR has such an awkward fight as Jota tries to escape the Molotov. He's seen 2 though, and suddenly things are awkward for SAW. What is the decision making like at this point in the round? Vinny is still alive. Cello trying to defend B. He'll be hurt, rotate things back. That's a big frag for Roman though.
And Fallen will try and be the first responder, but only a dink lands onto Roman.
Fallen on the AWP in a round such as this where the team is lacking is the Fallen that you want to see. So we'll struggle to respond to this immediately, but Vinny might be in a tough spot. No one covering him, but it's Fallen again in the middle of the site. Now Bolts with the deagle. Could see the patience there. He was trying to get as much from that as he could. The AWP was so committed to that bomb site that now Jota is alone. 1 versus 3. Hold on a second. Free information for Imperial then. boltz can try to punish that. Very unlucky for MIBR. That could have been dramatically different. Great flashbang, and Fallen is here. That man is a cannon on wheels.
Oh man,
He looks the story. Whew. Considering the elevation as well. Roman knows what it means, but they will surround the site. Could have been 2 for Vinny.
And for SAW, a nice little pace change in that round. Down secret so quickly. Flash early from Just again. Some early map control being contested by SAW. It's boltz who goes down early. He gets one back from beyond the grave, but Vinny could be isolated. The rotate's here. Just able to spray onto one. cello peeks from heaven, but Story keeps his teammates safe. Another fast play from SAW, and Fallen up on the ladder. He must have seen that first man, but he's not ready for Just. Quick on the headshot.
Fully equipped for some more action as we see the harassment towards main. I think we saw double incendiaries there maybe. Either way, boltz will fall to the AKs. Hot lead through his chest, and Vinny will soon go as well.
But now though, looks like SAW may have found their way into this one.
Door of opportunity is open for cello. Still has Vinny in tow, who's back on the M4A4 rather than the AUG. This might work out for her, actually. It could be a little awkward sometimes, but the AK from Roman will be traded at least. boltz dropping the bomb now. Has he done enough? That multi-frag. Fallen has a presence there. Jota going wide to spot U-Jerks. Not too close. That is a really smart peek from him. Just in the clutch now. But that smoke is up. Fallen still alive. I thought he'd die on that drop. 4 HP. Must know his numbers, and finally Imperial have won a round on the CT side.
They're not going to be breaking them anytime soon, so pressure is on Imperial somewhat. We've got some fast nades again from SAW into the A site. Flash is coming. Vinny this time stepping up. Jota alongside him. Roman trying to trade, but it might not be enough. That bomb has dropped pretty far away. They've got to get some kills back, but they're not going to be able to do so. This time, Imperial stops SAW in their tracks. Could this be unexpected? No one's really looking here right now. Vinny in the hut itself, but he's not ready for the pace of Just. Look at all those kills in the kill feed. It's SAW out on top onto the A site.
Even with a team kill, they are still a man to the good. Hold on a second. Oh, if he had saved his teammate there, who knows? But just bursting, surging onto the bomb site. Really hard to deal with. Very high skill ceiling in CSGO.
Oh, man. Oh, he spotted the shoulder. Oh, he should line this up here. He knows exactly where Jota is, and he will win the opening fight. That's huge for SAW.
They can pinch this bomb site now. See U-Jerks throwing all their presence, but he's got a little bit too far, and boltz will drop into the hands of Roman. So maybe it works out anyway. We've got Vinny in the back of the site, but Roman coming to life.
Oh no,
look how things have turned around though. How has this happened? Story now, he's got 14 seconds. Shotgun mode now, maybe for both snipers. Fallen moving over with the pistol. But there'll be so much presence shown outside. There might be gaps, but again, it's a fast moving round. Committing the AK, looking for that transfer. And look at the chaos. The chaos of those MAC-10s flying through. For all that junk being thrown at the beginning of the round, I can't imagine they heard a single footstep he made. Oh, he's going to get MIBR straight away as well. He knows there's at least 2 of the players outside, all in on the hunt while those smokes drop, but those smokes will soon be gone, and surely Story is done for. Just needs to find something outside here. Vinny's creeping with the MP9 as well, and there's boltz before Vinny even reveals himself.
Oh, that's free. Scope heard. Headshot delivered. Fights right now, but the bomb will have to be recovered shortly. Roman's still down on B. Oh, and they're finding fights. They're finding the fights they need.
That won't be happening. Sees 2 targets, shoots in the middle, and that means overtime. That is quite a wild situation we just saw there.
And surely SAW have to feel the better of the 2 teams. They've just come off a great T side, and they get to stick on that T side into overtime and maybe run more fast plays.
All reset now. But here come the CTs. MIBR trying to do what he can, but he's lost the bomb. Down the vent it goes. Story looking for some wallbangs. Crazy.
How's the bomb ended up down vents? Oh, it doesn't matter.
Surely Story sees something first. Oh, the timing is so tight. The positions.
Number of bogeys down towards B. Can fall and stop them. Ball out in the open. He almost had the lineup that doesn't land the shot onto either of them. cello able to react, but U-Jerks coming to life here in overtime. Quick double kill for him. He has been fallen. He has been dropped on the site itself.
The slow approach. They've all got kits, but they need to start getting their skates on here. Zepomb's not going to tick slowly forever. Well, there's one spotted. Now they can try and charge onto the side, but no one's checking just position, and that's surely the round secured. Indeed, it will be one way or another. 16 apiece.
It's a double AWP setup here from Imperial for what it's worth, so they cannot afford to lose a bomb site quickly. Fallen, that's a nice angle. Flick to the back. Oh, and they hear the steps towards ramp easily. Second AWP, unexpected. cello able to drop back. It looks brilliant for Imperial, winning all the early fights. Cyrus is too far away from the action. His teammate with the bomb probably can't come and help him, and it is clinical from Imperial. Every single fight being won. Story needs a miracle at this point. And it's not coming for him. 17 rounds for Imperial.
In this mid bracket, loser goes to the lower bracket. Tight shot from Story. All right, he's ready. Spotted ahead. You can see he is wired for this after so many rounds. He is absolutely ready for more action.
Double stack into ramp. If they ran into this, they would be in trouble. But Imperial tuck back, and Fallen finds the pick they needed. This A site is pretty vulnerable now.
30 seconds on the clock. It's going to be another explosive push here. There's MIBR. Tries to withdraw somewhat. Pair crossfire with his teammate. Doesn't quite work. 20 seconds. They still have to clear this bomb site, and they'll do exactly that. Vinny and Roman leaving U-Jerks in a 1 versus 2. He's found the first one. Vinny trying to creep around now. This is for the series, but he'll be denied.
He is finally putting himself on the board here. Look at the aggression from the CT. Story out to red early, but he's full blind. Fantastic flash from Fallen.
After Story's entry in the round prior, punished for going for the same.
There's something that might be unexpected here. Roman showing first. They've spotted him. Roman can't get this going. He's somehow still alive here. How is he still alive? Finally he falls, but MIBR is waiting. They're not going to clear him. Easy lineup. And there could be one more where that came from. Fallen baited into shooting. MIBR is going massive. And it is SAW up to map and series point. Looks like they're ready to commit to this. At least one player is out on towards A, just forced to drop down. cello's out through hut. He's out towards the site. This is absolutely mental that he's in this position and they're not ready. That's an opener that could cause some chaos here.
There's so much time on the clock now. It feels like there's almost 20 seconds left, but it's almost a minute on the clock now. U-Jerks causing more problems, dropping the bomb, buying time now as he punishes Jota. Now the last man standing gets his bell rung twice. 16 HP in a dream. But SAW will deny and steal Nuke and the series away after such a hard slog in the first half. They take it all the way back.